Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video we will understand how to create support tickets automatically using Google Forms. So here let's suppose that I have an electronic store and by using Google Forms I have created a customer feedback form. So here my objective is that every time a customer is going to submit that form, then by using the form response I want to create a ticket inside my Zoho Desk account. So here to do this, I need to set up a connection between these applications, for which I'm going to use this amazing automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect uses the concept of trigger and action. So here to do this, my trigger application will be Google Forms and my action application will be Zoho Desk. So if you want to learn more about this, make sure to follow me through the screen. In this video, we will understand how to create support tickets automatically using Google Forms. So here let's assume that I have an electronic store and by using Google Forms, I have created a customer feedback form. So here my objective is that whenever a customer is going to submit this feedback form, then automatically a ticket should be created inside my Zoho Desk account. So basically in the customer feedback form, I've added these questions and as per I'm going to receive a new response, I want to generate a new ticket automatically in my Zoho Desk account. So now to automate this entire process, I'm going to use this amazing automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. So this here is the landing page, and in order to reach here, you just have to type in pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Here you can see I've got two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you're an existing user, you can simply sign in. But if you're a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is the all applications page by Pabbly. I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. So this here is my dashboard, and now in order to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I need to give my workflow a name. So here I've named it as create support tickets automatically using Google Forms. On my left hand side, you can see that these are the folders I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Google Forms to Zoho Desk Automation, and now I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I've arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. So basically trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So basically action is an automated response of your trigger application, and in a workflow you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So as my use case suggests, to create support tickets automatically using Google Forms. So whenever I'm going to receive a new submission through this Google form, that is the customer feedback form, then automatically a ticket should be created inside my Zoho Desk account. So now to begin with this automation, I will go to Pabbly Connect and I will go to my trigger window. Over here, I'm going to search for Google Forms as my trigger application. Here it is. And the trigger event will be new response received. So this trigger will start working whenever a form will be submitted and the response of that form submission will be added in a new row in a Google Sheet. So I'm going to select my trigger event. So now moving to my action window as I want to create a ticket in Zoho Desk. So over here, I'm going to search for Zoho Desk as my action application. Here it is. And the action event will be to create a new ticket. So here, as you can see that I have selected my action application and the action event along with my trigger application and the trigger event. So to begin with this automation, I will go to my trigger window and firstly, I need to establish a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. So in order to do that, here a webhook URL is given and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully because this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect your Google form with Pabbly Connect. So I will take you to the Google form that I've created. So here is the Google form. It consists of these fields, status of name, email, phone number, product purchased, did you like the product, any issue, suggestions for improvement. So this here is the customer feedback form. So over here, I need to go to responses. And now in responses, I need to click on link to sheets. So as per the instruction, it was told that the response of this form submission will be added in a new row in a Google Sheet. So that's why I'm going to build a connection between this Google form and Google Sheet by clicking on link to sheets. So this here is the name, Leah Electronics customer feedback form. I'm going to click on create. So this here is the Google Sheet that has been created, and over here you can see the questions that were asked in the Google form over here in the columns. It only consists of one sheet, that is by the name of form responses 1. So now I'm going to build a connection between this Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect so that the form responses could be sent So in order to do that, I will go to extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks. So if you don't have this extension, you have to go to get add-ons. And here you just have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Here it is. So as you can see that I have already installed this extension, so it says installed. You also have to follow the same process in order to build a connection. So I will go to extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and now I will go to initial setup. So here in initial setup, it says the webhook URL will be set up on the below selected sheet, that is form responses 1. Now moving to the webhook URL and trigger column. So from Pabbly Connect, I'm just going to copy the webhook URL and in this field, I'm going to paste it. Now moving to the trigger column, so it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to webhook URL. So as over here, you can see H is my final column. So H over here will be my trigger column. So now I'm going to click on submit. And here it says setup configured successfully. So once this is done, before moving ahead, I will go to extensions once again, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and now I'm going to click on send on event. So by clicking on send on event, I'm going to make sure that every time there will be a new form submission, then automatically the details of that form submission should be recorded over here in this Google Sheet and then sent to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on send on event. So as I did that, now it's an important part to refresh this Google Sheet. So as I've done that, now moving back to Pabbly Connect. So here you can see it is waiting for webhook response. That means now I need to do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So to do a test submission, I'm going to do a form submission. So I will click on preview and over here I'm going to fill in the details. So here let's say that the name is current user and the email is currentuser@pabblytudes.com. Moving to the phone number. So this here is a dummy phone number that I'm going to add. Now moving to the product purchase, that will be LED TV. Do you like the product? No, because the product was broken. The issue is this. Now the suggestion for improvement will be kindly improve your packaging and initiate a refund. So this here is the suggestion for improvement and now I'm going to click on submit. So over here in this Google Sheet, you can see that the response has been successfully added in a new row. Here you can see the timestamp, name, email, phone number, product purchase, did you like the product, any issue and the suggestion. So over here in this Google Sheet, the form response details is successfully added. And now these same details would have been captured inside Pabbly Connect as well. So taking it to Pabbly Connect and yes, over here I've received the response and this here is a positive response because in the response you can see that we have received the form response details. So firstly, you can see the Google Sheet details. So over here is the trigger column, timestamp, suggestions, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index. And here you can see the form response details such as product purchase, phone number, name, email, and did you like the product. So that means over here inside Pabbly Connect, I've successfully got the form response details. That means this automation's first step is successfully set up. So this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So as I've got the form response details over here in Pabbly Connect, now by using that, I want to create a new ticket in my Zoho Desk account. So to do that, firstly, I'm going to build a connection between Zoho Desk and Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on connect. And now in order to add a new connection, I will simply click on connect with Zoho Desk. I've already logged into my Zoho Desk account in one of the tabs. Make sure you also do the same. So over here, I need to mention the domain. So this over here in the URL, you can see is my domain. So I'm just going to copy it. And over here inside Pabbly Connect, I'm going to paste it and click on save. So over here, I'm going to click on accept as this is secure access. And you can see that the authorization was successful. So over here, you can see Zoho Desk and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to the organization and the department. So here in my Zoho Desk account, my organization and department is by the name of Pabbles. Now moving to the subject. So over here, I'm going to mention the subject as new ticket created for. And after for, I want to mention the name of the customer. So to do that, I'm going to use a method that is called as mapping. So basically mapping means to insert the data from previous steps. So as I've received the response from Google Forms, so that is why over here I'm going to map the details. So firstly it goes as new ticket created for current user, and after mentioning that I'm going to map the reason as well, that is the issue reason, that was product was broken. So once I've mentioned the subject, here's the contact. Now moving to the email. So over here, I'm going to map the email of the customer. So again, from the response received, I'm going to search for the email. Here it is, and I've mapped it. Moving to the phone number. So this here's the phone number I have mapped in this field. So now moving to the due date. So over here, you can mention the due date as well, but make sure to mention in this format that is given over here in the example. So I'm going to mention the category and the subcategory as general and subgeneral. Moving to the priority, that will be high, and the channel will be email. So from this assignee field, you can select the assignees as well. So I'm going to assign it to ashira@pabblytudes.com. The status of the ticket will be open. So here moving to the description. So the description will consist of product name. So firstly, I'm going to map the product name, that was LED TV. After doing that, I'm going to map the suggestion that was given. So over here, I'm going to map the suggestion, that was this. And now I'm going to map like whether you like the product or not question. So over here, it will be no as per the response received, and the classification will be of problem. So as you can see that in these fields, I have mapped a lot of details. So basically this method of mapping is important so that every time you're going to receive a new response, so that response could be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So as I've mapped the details, now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. So here you can see that I have received a response, and this here is a positive response. So over here in my Zoho Desk account, I'm just going to refresh the page. And now it says a new ticket has been created for current user, product was broken. So I'm just going to show you the ticket that was created. So over here you can see the description. So here's the name, suggestion, and like the product or not field. So here that means a ticket has been successfully created inside our Zoho Desk account from a Google Form submission. So this automation was a successful one. That means now whenever I'm going to receive a new response through Google Form, then automatically a ticket will be created inside my Zoho Desk account. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications and create amazing automations by using Pabbly Connect. So you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can write us to https://forum.pabbly.com, and for pricing related issues, you can visit this link. So you can create a lot more automations by using Pabbly Connect, and don't forget to share these videos with your friends, colleagues. Subscribe to our channel for more.